Hello. So today I have a little bit of a rant. I'd like to thank TherapyNotes for being willing to sponsor my rant. First, I want to be really clear that this rant is in no way against or toward the person who asked this question. It's actually against a lot of really disingenuous marketers who want to teach you how to make passive income, who lack complete transparency and make it sound like you just build a thing and then you make tons of money and it's great, when that is absolutely not how it works. This person very ethically wants to keep their online course separate from their practice, which all of you are gonna wanna do if you're considering an additional stream of income that involves something like e-courses. And she wants to make sure that her content does not go so deep that it wades into therapy land. And she's wanting to have zero contact with her subscribers in order to keep that boundary very, very separate. So kind of like a self-help course in the way we might pick up a self-help book. So I think that this is doable from a few different mindsets. Like this person's talking about having a different LLC, a different bank account, consent from participants that state that they know that this is not therapy. She's thinking about this thoughtfully and she's doing it all right. The problem is that what makes people buy from you, whether it's a self-help course or books maybe less so because of reputations that happen around books, but whether it's therapy, whether it's a course, people buy from you because they learn to know, like, and trust you. So you have to then build a relationship in order for them to have the opportunity to know, like, and trust you. A statistic that not a lot of people know as they're venturing into this world of online courses is that 1 to 5% of your email list buys from you. So you have to build a pretty sizable list to make all the time, energy, effort, learning curve, tech support, software costs, all of that makes sense for building a course. And you have to nurture those people, because it's not like you write a great blog post and everybody's like, oh my God, I need to sign up for everything you're doing. This is amazing. They want to get to know you. You got to warm them up some and show them that you actually know what you're talking about. That takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to build an email list to a point where it is going to be profitable for you to launch a course. Launches, for me, usually my launches take about 3 months to build. So meanwhile, what we're seeing in kind of the internet land of online marketing is people are going to tell you how to build a course, and they sell the idea of passive income when this income is a hell of a lot of work. So I would encourage this person and anybody who's thinking about an online course or something like that to think of it, instead of passive income, as another form of income that takes just as much work, if not more. As an example, I looked at March, because April was a crazy month of the flu and spring break. I looked at March and I looked at how much of my time was spent delivering to the people who have paid me versus how much of my time was spent in marketing and content creation. I only was delivering my product 12.5% of my month. And the entire rest of it, 87.5% of my work month, was spent marketing and content creation. So there's a lot more work that goes into it. It's a completely different kind of model than therapy. Which I didn't know when I first got into it. I thought it was just going to be like a more intense version of building a private practice. But any sort of online business is a whole different animal with its own learning curves. So let me see. What else did I write on my little sheet so I can finish my rant appropriately? For the person who wrote in, I really admire how you thought it through, and I believe that it's doable if you're interested in reframing how you think about the income. I really appreciate that this person considered the ethical implications. Instead of just popping a course onto her private practice website, she recognized and knew enough. There's a lot that we don't know, right? But she knew that there are some significant ethical considerations if you're trying to sell a course on your private practice website, and that pretty much any attorney that you talk to is going to warn you against that, because our licenses are not going to cover an online course, and you do not want to lose your license. So a bit of a rest. I'm going to take a bit of a rest after that rant. And I think for other people who are doing online courses and internet marketing, I think it's really important that all of us are more transparent so that the people coming up don't have the rude awakenings that many of us had of like, oh, wow, this is a ton more work than I expected. It's hard, it's confusing, and why am I not actually doing the things like the delivery piece that I really want to be doing as often as I want to? Why am I mired in all of this marketing and content creation? Which can be fun, and you have to make it fun for it to be sustainable, but it's not the delivery ratio that you get with a private practice where you do a little bit of marketing and a lot of therapy. All right, now for my rest after my rant. I'll talk to y'all later.